question is, please discuss frack bashing on completion blowouts. Larry, I suppose, well control con.
Frack bashing, Dr. Hill might be able to answer too.
I'll leave that to Dr. Hill.
Also, just to define the terms for frack bashing is one of these buzzwords that denotes a hydraulic fracture that's propagating from a well being treated, intersecting a nearby well, and it happens. It's not uncommon at all. In the worst kind of cases, actual frack fluid and proppant can actually flow into the well that the fracture has intersected. Obviously, the pressure will go up, and so yes, it can cause a pressure increase in the well that's been affected by the fracture. I'm going to kick it back because I'm not a well control expert by any means, and I've never heard of well control concerns related to this, but I do know it happens. It happens very commonly. Some significant pressure increases are sometimes observed. Thousands of psi increases in pressure in these offset wells.
Well, to further your comments, Dr. Hill, when these wells are basically communicated, and that's what frack bashing is, they basically communicate with a fracture well. And when it comes to drilling a lateral, while you're drilling that lateral and a well is fracked in nearby, and the fractures intercept with the existing well bore that's being drilled, it can cause significant problems. And basically one of the major problems it causes is a big pressure control issue with respect to well bore stability in the well that's being drilled. It will somewhat act like a underground blowout or cross flow event downhole, but we've come to learn that a lot of this doesn't happen very much in these resource plays because of tight gas or tight oil. It all has to be fractured, but it presents issues. Been on a few of these things to where they've had to shut down fracturing on the well that intercepted the drilling well. That you just don't shut down fracturing and then the pressure problem goes away. You have pressure accumulation over volume and distance that you have to deal with. Then a lot of times the operator may not even be the same between the well that's being drilled, that's intercepted into with fracture, and the operator that's fracturing the offset well. So that creates communication issues. That creates, okay, who's responsible? That, but getting back to the operational issues that it imposes, it may cause I've seen it happen before, it may cause a problem to where the operator that's drilling the well that has been fracked into cannot proceed on with, completely drilling that well, nor completion. So that's a financial loss aspect. Then it gets into possibly litigation and all those things nobody wants to talk about. But I think as an industry, and as I'm not an expert on fracking by no means, but sometimes we do not know radially how far those fractures transmit. There's been studies, there's engineering data to support that they can control that, but you get the odd man out sometimes that basically is more the exception than the rule.
We'll add that, of course, the operators are very much aware of this phenomenon, and so now it's becoming very common to do some things in the offset wells to prevent or mitigate this kind of an effect. So, for example,
connection issue, I guess.
Yeah. Hello? I think I was muted.